This is an Apple PowerBook 165C laptop. I got this machine off eBay for around $20, and it was in pretty much fully working condition when I got it. The only thing that did not work in this machine when I originally got it was the original hard disk. Originally, this came with a 120 megabyte, 2.5-inch SCSI drive. And then I actually ended up having the same exact drive that was originally in this machine spare, like another one of the same exact model. So I went ahead and put that in, and now the machine works perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a brief overview of the machine. So right here on the front, you can see we don't have anything except the main display latch. Over on this side, we don't have anything except for the floppy disk drive. This drive is a super drive, so it can read 1.44 megabyte high density floppies, as well as 800K double density floppies, or 400K if it's single sided. So on the back of the machine here, we've just got the power jack there. This machine actually has a 14.4K modem installed. It has a HDI 30 SCSI port right there. We've got a single ADB port here, an external display output there, audio in and audio out, 2 serial ports, one for a printer and one for a modem, reset and interrupt buttons, and the power button. Now, as you can see for this machine, I do not have the port door for it. Unfortunately, that was lost, as many of these are. And as you might notice, the machine is in pretty good shape, but it is not perfect. As you can see, there is a little bit of dirt on the lid, which I might be able to clean off. But yeah, here's the battery compartment. As you can see, I do not have a battery installed right now, as I don't have any that work, and there's no reason to put one in and risk it corroding in the machine. So now what I'm going to do is, I guess I'll go ahead and open it first. So inside the machine, we've got the trackball with the 2 buttons for it there. These buttons, of course, both do the same thing, since there's no secondary click function on Macs this old. You can see we have the keyboard here. We've got a speaker and microphone there. The PowerBook 165C brand or nameplate there. And right here we have I'm not exactly sure what the size of this is, but this is a 640 by 480 passive matrix single scan color LCD display. So I'm going to go ahead and hook this up now, and we'll go ahead and power it up, and I'll show you how it works. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got the machine plugged in and ready to power on, so go ahead and turn it on now. Alright, so as you can see, it is beginning to boot up here. And as you can see, this machine is running Mac OS 7.5.3. So it will take quite some time to boot, as this version is known to. I think any version over 7.1 with this new startup screen usually takes a while to boot, at least on 68K Macs. So I'm going to go ahead and let that boot up and resume the video once it's done. So I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, the machine has just finished booting up, and yeah, as you can see right here, the display isn't that good of quality. As you can see in the center of the display, it's kind of looks a little bit dark and washed out. But if we go to the menus and stuff, it's actually quite a clear display, and when you're looking at kind of lighter colors, it looks actually really good. But yeah, as you can see, it is running Macintosh System 7.5.3, and this machine actually does have the 14 megabyte RAM expansion installed. From what I've heard, that upgrade is actually quite rare. The upgrade is shared between the 165C, which I have here, and the 180C. They both use the exact same memory expansion modules, and the slots on the CPU board for them are the same. But apparently the 14 meg upgrade is actually quite rare, and I'm pretty happy to have gotten it with this machine. So yeah, that is the system. So let me go ahead and open the hard disk here and I can show you what I've got installed. So as you can see here, I don't really have much installed. It's basically just a clean install of System 7. But I do have the QuickTake 200 camera access software installed. This software is actually supposed to only run on a 68040 base machine, but it proves to work just fine on these 68030 machines, as long as you have enough memory installed. I think it requires at least a 5 megabyte block to just launch. So I also have a PPP add-on for Open Transport installed, and that allows me to connect to dial-up internet on this machine with the 14.4K modem that's installed. I've also got Stuffit Expander installed, and this game right here, which is pretty fun, I guess. So yeah, that's basically what I've got on the machine. Works pretty well. It's a very speedy machine for a 68030, and yeah, I really like it. It's the only PowerBook 100 series I have that has a color display. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the machine down now, and I'm actually going to go ahead and open it and show you how the memory expansion and modem cards are installed. It's actually quite interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and open it and resume the video once I'm done. So I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, I have now disassembled the machine, and the 165C and the 180C are actually a little bit different internally than the other 100 series, the black and white PowerBook 100 series machines, or at least the I think the 140 and 170 are the older ones. These, the 180 series and the 165 series, I believe they came out a few years after the original 140 and 170 series came out. But anyway, you can see that the CPU board is right here, and unlike the earlier machines, these have heat sinks on these two chips. I believe one is the CPU, this one, and this one might be the FPU, floating point unit. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But here are the memory expansion boards. You can see there's one right here. So let me go ahead and take this one off real quick. It just comes off kind of like this. This one kind of looks like this. You can see it has some chips on this side and then more on the other side. And as you can see, it kind of goes around the main display connector. You can see that the top half of the machine connects to this cable here, and that plugs into the CPU board right there, and this kind of just wraps around it, which is actually quite interesting. But yeah, I'm not sure if this would have originally come with the machine or if this is an upgrade, but there's a number on it there if you know what that is. But let's put that aside, and then here's the second module, which is just on here right here. And this one just looks like this. This one doesn't even have any numbers on it. Actually, this one must be original because it's copyright Apple Computer right there. So I guess this would have been the upgrade module, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure there. They could have both been upgraded if yeah. So let me just go ahead and put these back in, close the system, and yeah, that'll be pretty much it. So I'll be right back. Alright, that's been an overview of this Apple Macintosh PowerBook 165C. Hope you enjoyed this video.